4, 3, 2, 1, watch me. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy.
Hi, my name is Grace. I'm the creator and founder of Smile Biz LLC. Single moms of Incredibly Living Empowered. It's a personal development company where I teach mothers self-development skills, how to balance their life, and how to reach their goals. So one day I was on Facebook and I was scrolling on Facebook. I came to this meme and the meme read challenge. And what was so interesting about that meme was they highlight the letters CHANGE, which spells change. So what got me thinking, like, oh my God, anytime we want to embrace any change in our lives, in every areas of lives, aren't we challenged? Whether it's in our career, our finances, our social relationship, our health, we are always challenged. In order to get to the next level in life, you have to be willing to be challenged. You have to be willing to be stretched. You have to be willing to be pushed. You have to be willing to embrace change. How the human brain works, we always remember what our problems are and what challenges we have faced. Go and ask anyone, what problems did you face last year? I bet you they'll give you a laundry list of problems and challenges they encountered, because that seems to be the things that we remember and the things that have challenged us. But they say if it doesn't challenge you, it's not going to change you. So in order to get to next level, you have to be willing to be challenged. So the keys of elevation I'm about to give to you today is going to challenge you. It's called bold. In order to embrace change, you have to be bold. B in bold stands for be intentional. What I have learned in life, when you want to be committed to something, you have to be intentional. When you're intentional, you're going to be committed. For example, if you want to start exercising before you go to work, what do? You have to actually set your alarm earlier than the time you have to go to work so you can be able to exercise. That's being purposeful. If you want to save money, let's say you want to pay off your credit cards within 3 to 6 months. You have to be intentional about how you spend your money. So you have to start looking at your budget and seeing where you spend your money at the most. And if it's going to Starbucks every Friday, instead of going to Starbucks every Friday, you have to cut back and go to Starbucks maybe every other Friday. Instead of Taco Tuesday at Chipotle, you gotta make your tacos at home. That's just a way you can save money. Those are examples of being intentional. When you're purposeful in what you're doing, you're gonna be more committed in doing that. And that's gonna help you get to the next level when you're intentional. The O in bold stands for being open-minded. You have to be willing to embrace new approaches. Sometimes the approaches we've done before just don't work. It just doesn't work. So when we're continuously doing something that we knowingly does not work, is not going to get us to the next level, that's called insanity. That's not practice makes perfect. So you have to be willing to be open-minded to be able to try different things that's going to help you get where you need to get to. The next letter in bold is L for learn. It kind of ties in with being open-minded. When you're open-minded, that's usually people are willing to learn. I'm a big believer. Who you attach yourself can either take you to the next level or bring you down. Okay, so it's very important to attach yourself to people who are already at that elevation where you're trying to go or pursuing that. When you attach yourself to people who do not have goals, no aspirations for anything, they've been doing the same thing since 1999 and they have not gotten anywhere, that's not who you want to be your mentor. You want to attach yourself to people who are moving forward in life and trying to get to that next level. They say in order to be a millionaire, you got to think like a millionaire. You got to act like a millionaire, right? How do you do that? By start following millionaires. Go to workshops, conferences, read their books, purchase their videos. They have a lot of insight for you to be able to get to where you want to get to. No matter what industry you're in, if you want to learn if you want to write a book, go to a writing workshop. You want to learn how to do a podcast, research how to do a podcast. Those are just examples. Any industry that you're in, you want to learn from people that can help you refine your gift. No matter how good you're at something, learning is a lifetime process. You can never escape learning. Last year, as I had reconnected back with God, He had put in my heart to start a blog. I wanted to start a blog, but I had no clue where to start. I've always written since I was a child, but I just never knew how to do a blog. So the writing piece wasn't the issue for me. It was the mechanics of how to start a blog, how to do a website. I had no clue. So I attached myself to people who've actually done it before. I had to learn how to set up a website. So when I had went into writing a blog, it was to empower women, specifically single mothers, help them discover who they are in Christ, give them some biblical content, because some people may not have been exposed to the Bible or stories or scriptures before. So this was an opportunity for them to learn more about Jesus and also give them an opportunity to be able to deal with their daily stressors. So I had decided to start a blog. So after a while, I was introduced to podcasting. So I took some of the information I had from my blog, the same structure, and I added to my podcast. So I had different topics like dealing with anxiety, dealing with discovering your identity, purpose, vision, all those different things. So I started a podcast. But I really wanted to take my brand to the next level. I wanted to teach. Because I do that now as a mental health practitioner. I teach and educate my patients a lot about coping strategies, about goals, self-esteem, building their confidence, all those different things. So I was like, okay, how am I going to go about doing this? Because as visionaries, we have so many ideas in our heads, but we don't know how to put it together. So I was pretty much lost. So I had to go seek help. So this year I had an opportunity to go to Atlanta to a conference to help me build my business. So I went to Atlanta and I was able to get clarity, and I was able to also get framework on how I was going to start my business, how I was going to turn my blog into an actual business of doing coaching services and speaking services. So I knew I was lost before, and I needed to attach myself to people that was going to coach me and help me refine my gift, right? So I was willing to learn. So this is how learning works. I was able to turn my blog into a personal development company because I was willing to attach myself to people who are already at that next level, and also people who are pursuing next level to be my accountability partners. And that's how I transfer my blog to a personal development company. The last in D is D, which means decide. No matter what I've just said the last, 2 or 3 minutes, whether it's be intentional, open-minded, willing to learn, if you're not decided on going to the next level, none of that stuff even matters. You have to decide you want to get to the next level. You have to decide you want to move forward in your life. You have to decide I no longer want to continue doing the same things over and over again and not getting anywhere. You have to decide you want to be challenged. You have to decide you want to embrace change. That's the only way you're going to get to the next level. So the first thing you have to do is decide which direction you want to go, whether you want to get unstuck or not. And then from there, you can be able to put a plan together to be able to get to the next level by implementing being intentional, being open-minded, being willing to learn. But you have to decide first. So if you have decided that you are ready to embrace change, you're willing to be pushed and challenged, go on my website, www.smilebiz.online, sign up on my mailing list so you can get exclusive updates on news and different things I'm doing. Even when I'm starting my classes, you'll get news about that as well. And please subscribe to this channel. I'll be uploading more videos about self-development skills, different strategies for you to reach your goals and how to balance your life. And I thank you guys this evening. You have a good night. Bye-bye.